This is the wrong background. Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and you asked for it, so it's back. This is Superflat, but semi-hardcore. This is a really wild concept, but a lot of people said, you know what, the hardcore Superflat is a fun premise for a world, but having such a high consequence, it seems fun, but what if you could have something that is less than that? And so that is where the idea of semi-hardcore is born, which I will just explain briefly now. The idea behind semi-hardcore is that it's not true hardcore. We'll have the hardcore hearts and we can laugh like we're a hardcore player, but we're not a true hardcore player because when we die, all we lose is our progress since the last save. We save between every stream, and so effectively, death is still disastrous compared to a regular world. We don't just lose our items, but we lose time. But it is slightly less than normal world. So hello everyone, how is it going? It's good to see you, Flamingo Girl. It's good to see you, Griff Pollard, who calls it Flaccid Core. It's good to see you, Stephen R, Medium Core. Yeah, the exact premise here is one that is hard to precisely nail down, but it is a fun one nonetheless. And so now that I've experienced the pain of going through such a great world and losing it, I know exactly what it is that I need to do. The first thing that I need to do is grow crops. Crops are the one thing that are going to save me here, and the second thing I need to do is make sure my bed is on me at all time. I don't want to be finding myself in a situation where I can't sleep, so the bed is going to be essential. Don't die to creepers again. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Telling me not to die to creepers, it's just not a realistic ask. You're gonna need to ask for something a bit more reasonable. Creating a new genre, typical toy cat. Good to see you, Johnny Blaze, and also Riggins Rally Girl. Great to see you also. So yeah, how are you doing, Toy Cat? Says Rebecca White. I'm doing pretty good today. I would love to talk about it. But first, actually, I do need to clarify that this is going to be a very hard series, even with our little checkpoint system, because we still have to solve the fundamental impossible... Oh, there's a wandering trader right there. You know, no fundamental impossibilities to me, because if he will sell me moss... Can you imagine if he did? He sells me wood. Wood is arguably worth buying, but what's much better is that he will buy hay bales. If I can just get enough bone meal to grow my own stuff, then I might be in for a good time. So actually, let's do that. Let's bone meal this to full. Then let's replant it over here. Something I couldn't find for sure if it existed on Bedrock or not was the idea of crop rotation, or the idea of crop spacing. So having your crops be not directly next to other crops might be beneficial for them, and so... we're going to try and get 9 wheat as quickly as possible so we can trade it as quickly as possible. Grow this to the top. Wow. It is actually going quite well for me today. And did this just grow up in the meantime? I think it did. Is my tick speed set to crazy high or did I just get wildly lucky? Yeah, look at that. It's actually working perfectly. So we'll chop this down. We'll now plant the 3 extra wheat that we have, like there and over here. Just really trying to give it the maximum space from other... crops that we can, and now we are at 5 of the wheat required for a second thing. Toy Cat, discovering crops, let's go. First step into the Bronze Age civilization. My favorite meme ever is, me making fun of Jeremy for, thinking that crop rotation is real, thereby setting humanity back another 1,000 years, being like, Jeremy thinks the crops have to take turns. Yeah, I think the number of dumb ideas that are actually good ideas is one of the scariest things about humanity. We learn like rationality and we learn a way to like understand the world, and then we have to spend a ridiculous amount of time learning like, okay, our intuitive understandings on some things does not cover other things. So, yeah, chat, we all in for a good time today? Hopefully we are. I mean, if this RNG is anything to go by, it's going to be a great day today. Anyway, yeah, so, how's it going, chat? I'm going to destroy this chunk fully first, and also make more escape routes for this thing here. I think this working fully and properly is one of the most important things, and so it's one of the things we're going to get going first. So this is my little staircase up and down. I think it would work better if the staircase was actually like this. This would mean that mobs couldn't follow it up, but I can. See, look at that. That's a clever decision. And now the rest of this is going to be destroyed because it's technically slime spawnable chunks. And then once we've done that and we remove probably another one over there, we should remove most of the slime ability into it. So dumb ideas done well at how we landed on the moon. Honestly, you could argue going to the moon still was a dumb idea, right? Like, the coolest thing about doing it was that it was a cool thing. Which is, you know, like, I think some things in life are really, really cool because they are actively worthless. You could argue the reason it's so fun to play in a flat world is because you are actively fighting everything Minecraft has told you. You're saying, no, you cannot feed me resources in an easy way through the game. I will fight hard and I will earn it. So yeah, Joshua Marks, hope you are doing well today also. Desert well, maybe even. So let's pick up that lead. Let's eat plenty of raw mutton. Maybe we, you know, actually during the days, raw mutton. During the night, I think raw beef. That's going to be my plan. And yeah, we're going to try to go to sleep tonight after skeletons have spawned, but not before. Is the skeleton gone yet? Hopefully he is. Yes, he is. So the plan is just to, like, hang out somewhere where we can't be disrupted in our sleep. You've made my day infinitely better while working on spreadsheets at work, says Aaron Brown. Man, it's amazing how many jobs are spreadsheets. I felt like one of my college IT course there was a huge segment just on Excel stuff, and like no one learned anything. We all did terribly. No one picked any of it up. And at the time I was like, yeah, but that's not like real IT. But I think it weirdly, in terms of like skills that might have helped in the real world, maybe, you know. Also, a dumb idea I thought of was who decided to kill an animal then eat it. Oh yeah, Chad Bain. I'm glad you bring that up. I thought about this too. Like, I don't think in 1,000 years it would come to me to find a boar in the wild and consider that, like, you know, animals back then, they weren't like meaty animals like today. We bred them to be meaty. You know, if you think about the size of a chicken in the wild, it'd be like the size of, like, you know, like a duck, or smaller than that even. You see an animal that size and you're like, yep, you know what'd be good is if I killed and ate this flesh. Like, to me, that seems almost as inhuman as the idea of, you know, killing someone and eating their own flesh of a person. You need to enable vibrant visuals in world settings and your settings as well. Yeah, no, not in the latest preview though, Mr. Short or Mr. You know, I don't know who you are, Short. I mean, statistically, on the internet, everyone is a guy, right? That's the default. But you know, it looks like you might have Patrick as your picture, so maybe you're actually a starfish. I'm not your boss. So here's the interesting thing, chat. This is the perfect wandering trader for my current setup, but I could kill him and I'd get a milk bucket that I could probably trade later anyway. I'm thinking if we do things just right, we could get a best of both worlds situation going on. I'm thinking just maybe. Maybe just maybe. Also, I'm more unequal than the others. Hi, Tokat. How was Easter? Says Carter Davidson. I didn't do anything for Easter this year. I don't know if I regret that or not. Yeah, I think it's like something I've got to like. I think it's yeah, I am aware of within my own family a problem that is is more and more like, you know, absolute throughout. Also, there is a skeleton. He's not going to die in the daytime though. So there's a second skeleton that also won't die in the daytime. But they'll be easier to kill during the daytime at least. Maybe. Right. So there's 3 zombies. There's 2 skeletons. 1 skeleton's despawned. This guy is still around. I've learned that it's very, very dangerous, chat. To be hanging around. But yeah, they've got like basically nothing on. I think I'm just going to sleep right here with 3 skeletons next to me. That'll get me a decent amount of bone meal. If I can survive tonight. Oh. Yeah. So one of these guys is just going to burn himself to death. Oh, there's only... Okay. So let's get this guy to punch this guy. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Punch him. There we go. Perfect. This is exactly what I want, chat. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I need. And okay, no, that's going to hurt me now. So now I sit behind here. Waiting for him to get in close proximity. And then we go for it again. Okay, no. So I can use the block kind of as my little ring around the rosies sort of thing. Or I could try and get, oh god, I could try and get these two skeletons to hurt each other. That's probably my better way out. Because they're wearing hats, they don't die in the daytime. Which is mildly frustrating sometimes. But I'm going to try and take advantage of this by getting one skeleton behind the other. This guy didn't drop bones, so that's a bummer. But if we get them really close to each other like this, we should be able to do some fun stuff with them. So go, attack each other, please. Not me, specifically each other. I have to line them up so it looks like this. Go, perfect. Okay, so now he's dead, which is wonderful. And now I just have to kill one more, which is probably going to be less easy. But there is at least one bone begotten, which might be enough to get me up to Wandering Trader level. Do you see a Wandering Trader? There he is. Okay, one more emerald could make a huge difference, chat. And so I'm going to believe that we can get that emerald. After we stand behind here. I could probably make myself a sword and only... Oh, actually, we've got a power bow. We'll use that twice. And he's dead. Oh, yes. We got real good luck there, chat. Okay, and just like this, we now have 9 extra bone meal. Should be enough, especially if we grow the tallest ones. Oh, yeah, if we grow the biggest ones... That, 4 extra wheat that easily. Very, very lovely to see. And now we can grow an extra one of these. And now we can go to this guy immediately and say that, yes, chat, we have one more emerald. Oh, yes. So that's 3 emeralds right there. Just a reminder, if we get 1 emerald, it's enough for moss block. If we get 5 emeralds, it's enough to trade for a sapling. In fact, this very guy here, if I can just give him 2 more emeralds, if I could trade for 2 more hay bales, I'd be able to get myself a jungle sapling, and we'd be good. Anyway, yo, Toycat, what are your thoughts on Project Spicewood? I don't know if it's real. Like, I think leakers making things up for the fun of it happens, right? I don't know if that's, I'm not saying that's what happened here. But, like, it does raise some questions about, like, what is this? Like, what did we see and why? That I don't think I have any compelling answers to. So grow there too. There we go. Okay, so that's plenty of dirt in the ground. Which means that now we can focus on the rest of the ground. Which will probably be here. So, yeah, the Wandering Trader finally actually buying things is some great stuff, says Susanna Green. Yeah, I totally agree, Susanna. This is one of the coolest updates they've made. It makes this entire world possible. And that's really cool. You can only sell twice Wandering Trader. Oh, you're right. So it wouldn't be possible. Therefore, I might as well kill the guy. Yeah, tonight he dies, chat. How long have we got till tonight? We got some good time. So tonight he's dying in a way that, very, very sorry to announce for him. But, maybe he deserves it. So in the meantime, we're going to work on this little thing. This is basically just to break up the slime chunk a bit more, but also make it more easy to destroy the blocks on top. You can get diamond armor, though. Yeah, exactly. Diamond armor is very rare, though. Getting diamond armor is... Oh, actually, unless you trade for it, in which case it's common. It's a shame you can't get netherite armor naturally in a flat world. It's very, very sad. Also, please skybase my toy cat, says IDK. Somebody... the internet... I mention this all the time. The internet is filled with people who really are enthused about communicating, but really do not know how their messages are received by the world. And it's yeah, chat, have you ever seen the idea of like recipes, but people ask for like absurd substitutions, like like what if I could have this bean soup but without any beans? It's at first it seems like entirely ludicrous. Like, who is asking for chocolate chip muffin but without any chocolate chips in there? For example, who is asking for carrot cake but specifically not using carrots? I saw someone be like, oh yeah, so there's I saw a really fun recipe that was like, oh yeah, so we didn't have any soy sauce, so we use Coke for this, and it tastes terrible. Please make sure you note that in your recipe next time. And it's fun to me because I feel like this is all the same thing. Like, there's a lot of, when humans communicate with each other, it's like really clear you get immediate feedback mechanisms. So the delayed feedback of the internet is kind of like the delayed feedback of writing letters. You have to be really good at like approximating what someone will feel if you can't work out there. Also, carrot cake is only the 15th best cake. Oh, I strong disagree. It's one of my favorites, Dan. You know, Dan, absolutely one of my favorites. I was thinking like, you know, is it actually? And yes, it actually is. Very, very good. Internet lets people talk about filter. It has a lot of people, so the eccentric piles up. I think in particular the way that algorithms work feed things towards us that give us strong emotional reactions, regardless of what those things are. That's my personal theory, at least. So I'm gonna remove some of these blocks, or maybe no, yeah, I'm gonna make big tunnels under here, but also remove some of these blocks. I'm a baker lol, says Ad and Sony. Yeah, if I wanted to make a carrot cake recipe but go healthier than carrots, what should I substitute it with? Also, I made 7-Up cake yesterday, but couldn't find 7-Up at the store, so use Sprite. They taste the same. Oh, that's fun. Okay, chat. I made a fatal mistake on today's stream. I'm going to level with you as to what it is. I came into a hardcore stream hungry today. And I know, big mistake. Very big mistake. No, so if you're curious what I've been up to, someone did ask. I went out for a nice dinner yesterday. It was a place that I'd seen for a while and I'd been excited to go to for a little bit. It was a Japanese Mexican place that had like a, yeah, it was like a nice place. It was exciting to me, chat. But even though like I ate like a small lunch to make sure I could enjoy, you know, like 10 courses or whatever it is, that the set menu had, I finished it feeling so full, and I was like, I am so full, I will never feel normal again. And so I came home and I was just like, I think I've been wanting to do a 24-hour fast for a while, because a lot of people talk about this idea of like it having benefits. You know, like I think like one of the interesting things that always comes out of the idea of is it Ramadan? One of the things that comes out of it to me is like, oh yeah, some people fast as like a show of religious devotion, but the fact that like it activates different parts of your brain and the fact that that makes it such an effective religious, you know, like tool in that way, made me realize like, you know, I wonder what I could achieve for the religion of like getting stuff done, or the religion of like having creative ideas with the exact same idea. Also, cake without sugar is bread. Oh, bread. You know, actually, bread has a lot of sugar, depending on where you are. But yeah, I basically I ate so much food and I was like, okay, now is the time. At this level of full, it's the perfect. It's also one of the things that grinds my gears as a baker is when someone says it has too much sugar, so I took half it out and it turned into a rock. Yeah, the I think I had someone I knew who was really big into baking, and they said like, yeah, cooking is art and baking is science, and that really like stuck with me. That like we have some fields where there is just a well-known path, and we have fields where we kind of like seeing people's expression. Fasting is a surefire way to die fast in Minecraft. Yeah, if you fast in Minecraft, you don't start seeing things, sadly. You've got to eat pufferfish if you want to do that. But, yeah, what I want to do is I want to, ideally, if I could get some more bones, if I could trade my hay bale with him and then get this done, that might actually be the perfect balance. So I have 6 arrows. If I could get 3 bones right now, I'd probably be able to trade and get like 7 wheat. Yeah, I think 3 bones, that's not going to happen from one guy. But maybe I can lure him outside. No, he's not going to follow me. He's gonna try and shoot me, but he's not going to follow me. So, ouch. It's kind of a shame, too. Okay, you're not going to work, at least not very easily. So instead, we just go back to the Wandering Trader, and we're going to punch him 19 times. Oh, no, it's more of a pain than that. We have to punch him 19 times, and then keep him ready so we can, like, it's in the daytime that he'll drink the bucket of milk, right? But yeah, we're just going to find him, put him in a little hole. Would you like to go in this hole over here? Trick question, you're in the hole now. So we want to get zombies near the hole, but not so near the hole that they do something about it. So I think the solution to this is to build up like this. Then remove these blocks. And then I'll come in here with the Wandering Trader. Oh, no, that's not what I want. You've got to go back down there, buddy. If you could go back down here, would be very useful is all I'm saying. So if you could just come over here. Look, there's a new space over here. Oh, look, if I was a Wandering Trader, this is where I'd want to be. I need to keep him, like, locked in a box where only baby zombies can get him. I guess we could sleep, actually, and then as long as we... Yeah, as long as we sleep correctly in the day, we'll do just fine. So we'll fill this in. I think I left my bed somewhere. I do not know where. Chat, there it is. Okay. So we need to get zombies close to him. We need to punch him 19 times, then get zombies close to him. And then have the daytime come after. So I'm going to make sure no creepers spawn while I'm punching this spider. The Wandering Trader doesn't care about spiders, because they don't care about him. Okay, things are good so far. No zombies, no creepers. Let's go. 1. Oh, he punched to get away from me. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. Now, I could use the bow to really make sure that I get him in the morning, but all we have to do now is basically go to sleep. This actually is a bit of a pain if we do this wrong, because, like, if it... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna leave that there. Assuming that he's around here somewhere still. Yes, he is. And then we're gonna break a block over here and over here. Okay. Chat, this is my plan for domination. I have to make sure that he doesn't drink the milk bucket before I can punch him. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. No, you bastard. You rapscallion. Okay, drink another milk bucket. Look, there's a zombie right there. Yes! Don't you just want to punch? Okay, and then... No. What are you doing? I think I got him. Okay, chat. Did he drop a milk bucket? I had to go through a lot of fire to get this. Did he drop a milk bucket? Or did we kill our Wandering Trader for nothing? The answer is today, nothing. Sadly, that is the answer. So yeah, it's, he is the goose that lays the golden egg, but, crucially, unlike a real goose, he's not very friendly. And also, more crucially, he has only a small chance of laying the egg. Or if we cut him open, he has a small chance of giving us the egg. And in this case, he did not. And so that's okay. We'll get right back to it, I guess. So I'm going to try and kill a lot of, in the meantime, I'm going to try and kill a lot of sheep. Because I like the idea of carpeting an area of my world. And I think this area over here could do quite well for me. So Cat, you should do a challenge speedrunning all of the Minecraft achievements. Yeah, on Java that challenge makes sense. On Bedrock it doesn't necessarily. But I like the idea of maybe picking all of the default game achievements and going for them, or all the DLC achievements. Or like, you know, some selection of achievements. How quickly can you get 1,000 gamer score? For example, could be a fun challenge. I'm friendly with a goose, and yes, they're very friendly. Yeah, geese are friendly. Yeah, you know, people pretend they're not. Because you look at one and then it hisses and you're like, oh no, something hissed at me. It's like the sort of people who don't like dogs because a dog barks. It's like, oh, barking, that's scary. And it's like, you know, you can decide that. You can decide things are that way if you want to. But also, you know, you could have made a backup and then kill him until you get a bucket. Oh, no. Wait, make a backup. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Grafter. You could take advantage of RNG. In the console edition days, I knew a shocking number of people who did that for, like, all sorts of weird things. I knew of a guy who did save scumming to make sure he got 4 diamonds from every diamond ore he mined. And I was like, that is a dedication I can't imagine. I would like to be that dedicated to it. Maybe because of Untitled Goose Game. In Untitled Goose Game, the goose is very friendly, though. I feel like it's a bad example of a goose being unfriendly. So there's a slime chunk here going from minus 16.0 to... If it's minus 16.0, it goes out to... It goes from 0 to minus minus 16, 0 to positive 16. So it's this chunk all the way to here. So these blocks here are actually unnecessary. I should remove them. It's a pain to remove them though, so I'll just to make it clear it's not meant to be here, I'll remove these blocks. And then there's another couple of chunks that start at minus 16, go all the way out to minus 32, and then go from 0 to minus 16, 0 to minus 32. So minus 16 is on the X. I'm going to triple check this now, chat. I've learned that lesson. Because I think this slime chunk might be incorrect. Yeah, it's minus 16, 0. That's correct. So this one is 0, minus 16. So we want to go out to here. And then go out over here. This is our brand new chunk, chat. It goes from here, where we will start digging. 0, minus 16. Yes. And then it goes out this way a bunch of blocks towards 32. Yep, that's correct. And then it goes out to minus 32. Okay, so that's... oh, wait. This is the wrong way. No, this is the right way. So this way, but more blocks this way than that way. We have to remove these chunks from our world, which does get a little bit painful, but is entirely worth it in the end. Okay, so you can't use sugarcane without a water source, says Chris Smith. Yeah, I know. I can get a water source, though. It's possible to get a water source in this world. So yeah, these are my big slime chunk projects, which are great because they're going to allow me to get dirt. But I do have to start thinking about, should I start working on the mob farm now? It's an important thing. Anyway, yeah, I just ate so much. I was like, I'm gonna start fasting now. It's this, this is like the tactical time to do it. I was so full that like I had an amazing couple of desserts in front of me. I was like, can't do it. I had a really good taco, and I was like, finishing this will harm me so greatly. And so I decided, like, okay, from now, 24 hours, and then I'll start eating again. And I don't know what's happened, but I think I must have eaten something dodgy. To be fair, like, it was a lot of fish. I feel like fish is what people always complain about, is, like, messes them up. But I feel, like, actively sick now, chat. I feel like something has gone wrong. Maybe it's the not eating combined with the something I ate wrong. But I figured, like, okay, if I give my body extra time to deal with this, it'll really get it out there. But I'm sure it hasn't done that. If you can only remove 2 levels, and then the slimes will be stuck in their chunk. Oh, yeah, actually, that's not a terrible idea, Umperie. If it's a particularly big chunk like it is, his idea is this. If we remove 2 blocks inwards, going in these directions, then the slimes wouldn't be able to bounce over the trench, and we'd be good. So let's start with the trench first. I really like this idea, actually. And make it impossible for them to get out. So I haven't kept up the streams. Why is it semi-hardcore? You can read the description, Dr. Creature. I can give you my best explanation now, but the description will do a better job. But to be fair, people haven't been reading descriptions since before. It was cool to be inattentive. Also, wait, minus... Yeah, okay, we've gone a full bunch of blocks there. Oh, 2 zombies! Where did they come from? Okay, please give me iron. Please give me iron. I need 7 iron. I'm gonna have to build a whole farm to get it. But if you could just help me skip that. Actually, I don't even need the 7 iron, so I don't need the mob farm. The only mob farms I need are the ones that can help me get extra bones and maybe armor. Big slime can jump too. Yeah, I feel like 3 blocks is the perfect gap, but 2 blocks will do a good job. Oh wow, they're just pouring out of there, chat. They are pouring out of that hole in the ground. And that is very handy. But yeah, if we get some potatoes or carrots, I think we need carrots or potatoes to grow our pig farm later. So if we could get one of those 2 things going, that would be great. But yeah, for now, I think I'm going to start eating rotten flesh, chat. I've got so much of it. I'm going to get so much more. And when it comes to healing, if you don't mind just spending more of your time eating, it's a great food. Why is the fire animation so fast? Look, when you're playing Bedrock, sometimes you don't get to ask questions like that. So, I like to think my stomach acids will break things down fast enough to overtake rotten food when I'm extra hungry. I genuinely... I think I'm not alone in that, like, we have a shockingly low understanding of, like, what our bodies are doing with the food that we eat. Like, it's kind of like most people don't know how a internal combustion engine car works. They just know put petrol in, smoke comes out exhaust, and car goes forwards. But yeah, also, I guess I think bushes can drop seeds for your farm. Bushes? How would we find bushes? Do we want bushes? I don't know that we want bushes, Chris Smith. Good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I don't know how my stomach actually works. I was just like, this is a convenient opportunity. But it meant that as I was going through today's workday, I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. I think I could like go for like 2 days doing this. I wonder how I'd feel after a week. And then like 12 hours in, I was like, okay. All I can think about is cheeseburgers. Literally, you know, like a perfectly smashed double patty cheeseburger. It's all my brain is thinking about. If I have a spare moment, I'm like, oh yeah. Imagine them like smishing it against the grill. Oh yeah. Imagine some like fresh cut fries of that. Oh yes, please. Yeah, not very productive. All things considered. Good night, Dasher. It was good to see you, Dasher. I think I missed. I took a nap and woke up broken. I'm sorry to hear it. I was just thinking about getting into a napping sleep schedule. I don't know. It feels like there's too little life to take naps sometimes. I'm like, every time I want to take a nap, I'm like, but there's some really cool stuff I want to do, you know, in Minecraft. Kind of prevents me from taking the nap. Or even if it's like I've got a normal amount of stuff I could do in a day that has a nap in it, why don't I save the nap time and then I can travel more? Or I can go get interesting cheeseburgers. Anyway, yeah, it's not the traditional grass, so I wasn't sure. By the way, Michelle, whoa, hi to Cat. I'm using Streamlabs.
Hi, Toy Cat. I'm using Streamlabs to tip so you get more money.
Let's test if you can go over the gap. Oh no, no, chat, no! So close to dead. It is shocking how. See, sometimes I think to myself, am I being paranoid digging these slime chunks? Just so you know, the answer is no, I am not. I am being just the right level of concerned. Brave and concerned, I would say. Geez, that is scary. That is wild how close I came to the brink. I think I made it out of there by chance. I should be dead right now. I don't know how it is. Also, I love the feeling of taking a nap. I wish I didn't take time to do, because I want to use my time for other things. Yeah, exactly, Shun. You get it. There's a limited amount of time in the day, and I like using my time for things, and not for becoming unconscious very briefly. Like, I feel like, you know, using the 20 minutes and just going 20 minutes slower in your day is a better use of it than doing that, but maybe I'm crazy. Oops, didn't mean to almost kill you. Thank you, Michelle Owo, though, for using Streamlabs. Appreciate the tip. I'm glad you have been here for a while. Like I said, love seeing regulars. It is one of the true heartening factors of YouTube. And I hope things have been going well in your life since we last caught up. It'll be better once the presets come out. You can dig slime chunks to the void. You know, do we want to have... I debated about whether this would be better with a cobblestone world. I want to know what you think about that. Okay, let's go get this creeper to just explode over here. The slime being this close is actually kind of nerve-wracking. We just want to get the creeper in the hole. There we go. Perfect. Come on, creeper. No, no, no. Do it. Do it. Do your thing. There. Perfect. So then we can destroy this a little bit more down later. And then we'll do the same with this side. That is, in fact, 2 zombies and a skeleton. And there's a skeleton and a zombie behind me. That means that we can just sleep right now by going up higher than I had before, chat. Oh, he's got a punch bow. Oh, he's got a punch bow. So I'm going to grab this. Make sure that skeleton stays alive. Make sure that skeleton stays alive. Do slimes stop you from sleeping? I'd be surprised if they did. Yeah, keeping both skeletons alive without getting myself in a position where I can't sleep. Ouch! He punches so hard, chat. He punches so hard so far. But yeah, I'm thinking all we have to do is get just over there, just above this little stack here. We'll place a few blocks further up. Oh, God! Oh, okay. Chat, you can see how quickly life becomes a tragedy. Yeah, if we could just sleep right here in the middle of nowhere, things would be great. But it's very hard to do that. It is very, very hard to do that. I think I can pull it off right here. Right here, chat. I'm gonna sleep. Nothing's gonna wake me up. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, yes. So that skeleton's burning. That skeleton's burning. There was another skeleton, but he doesn't need to burn. Oh, yes. This is the dream. It's happening, chat. Gonna get multiple bones, plus the skeleton's even killing slimes for me. That one still is not attacking me. I want to make sure that eventually he does. And I want to make sure that this guy has a chance of giving me his bow, but he didn't. That's okay. So I looked behind and I lost the skeleton from before with the hat. Again, it's crazy how fast mobs despawn. And I just got one bone tonight, which wasn't really worth the risk. It's something really worth considering. It's like, you know, is the amount of emotional pain we're going through worth this? It's very hard. If only you had a cool dirt house. I don't think it's worth building a dirt house until I can light it up, because otherwise mobs are just going to spawn in the house. Or I could use my wool to make the dirt house. Chat, okay, you know what? Should we make a cool dirt house? I think I should make it leveled up. I should make it like above stuff. Yeah, you know what? Above or below, right? How about we make a house? We can make it on Bedrock. That could be our clever move. Yeah, actually, okay, so if we take this slime chunk that we have right here, so we mine this all the way down to Bedrock. If I just make a little... Oh, no, I think I'd have to, like, surround that area with some carpet, and then I could put my bed, like, there, knowing that nothing is going to get me. Yeah, I think I like that idea a lot. Carpet the dirt house. Yeah, okay, there are rare moments where I need to just have a perfect safety house. And I think having a dirt chunk over there is going to be great. I'm not going to spend all my time at it, but having it be a possibility is a really good decision. But, yeah, I wish there was a way to have normal ore veins on Superflat. I don't know why, but the Laris Infinite ore veins is something I don't like. Yeah, I totally agree. It's my biggest bugbear too, if I can be honest with you. It's an annoying limitation. I would go as far as to say a very annoying limitation. Okay, let's see if the slime can jump over here, chat. Oh, he jumped over a 2-block gap. You all lied to me. You all owe me an apology. And I don't know what else, but my bad. Also, I never see people with leather armor. There's no point to crafting it in normal world. Yeah, by the time you get 24 leather, you probably have much more than that in iron. It's very cool to have this happen here. Okay, so I think I'm going to start leading pigs into a hole soon. So I'm going to make that hole be over here somewhere, I think. If this is my farm and this is going to be my house, as that... Oh, wait, did I pick up my bed but not? I didn't pick up my bed at all. Let's go do that right now. So this is... Is it worth investing in a bed right now, chat? No, I can keep making do by storing things in here. And, yeah, it works. My inventory is a mess, but like a fine mess. Hey, Brandy Lewis, why
Please
can't...
help. Why can't I get the Happy Ghast yet? Xbox Bedrock Edition, there are no updates available and I adore you.
Oh, thank you very much, Brandy. So yeah, if you want to get the Happy Ghast, it's not available for the wider public right now. It's available for beta and preview testing. You can, if you're on Xbox, just sign up for the preview program. But I would say that you probably have to wait till it comes out later. If you are connected to the internet, you can just... I think you search Minecraft preview, and there's the opt-in toggle right there. But yeah, it's something I try to be very clear about in my preview videos. Because it is one of those like forms of help that is... Oh, we made it all into carpet. Let's hope that was the right cool, chat. But yeah, I'm going to carpet this up right here. Specifically to make no mobs spawn anywhere nearby. Or I could make the top of this my house, right? Yeah, that's not actually the worst of ideas. Yeah, let's make up here where my house is, overlooking the nothingness chunk. So my wool got me this far. It's a nice little area, right? And now I just build a block there, put wool in it. A block there, put wool in it. A block there, same. And by doing this all the way around, I should prevent slimes coming from somewhere else, very far out, from becoming problems. While also removing most mob spawning opportunities. I think. Yeah, and then we'll take 2 carpet from in here. Put my bed down, because mobs won't spawn on the bed. And this should be the safest place to sleep. And even if a mob somehow does get through these walls... Actually, we can go a step further. We can, like, build them as proper full walls. Or we can do, like, this sort of thing. No, baby zombies will get through. So we'll build walls that look like this. We'll carpet them up later. And then we'll just build a nice little block over here. Okay, chat. This is my foolproof plan to ensure that I don't get brutally murdered. Yeah, now I have to do the jump. If I don't do the jump, I'm fine. And now we can put our bed right on the corner, like here. And then use the rest of this to start carpeting out there. If I then carpet this top wall correctly, as is my plan, I should have a safe, foolproof place to sleep. Yeah, I think so. Or even, how about I put the bed, like, on nothingness? So I don't need to respawn, right? Because it's hardcore. So what if I, like... What if I put my bed literally there, chat? What if I put it literally floating on nothing? Is that a good idea? I don't know. Let's find out the fun way. Slimes can jump from these blocks, just so you know it isn't safe. I know, Broccolis. So many people are like, they can't go over 2 blocks. And I was like, why? Everyone seems so sure. I don't know why people would be sure about something that isn't true. But they were. Okay, so, I'm trying to convert a villager in hardcore. It's unlikely, highly likely to be the end. The witch is evil. Oh yeah, Jez Hunter. It is gonna be tricky. But it's gonna be possible, right? It's gonna be possible. Is it intentional that the membership milestone messages don't show on screen, says Elwisian Temp? No, it is a complicated system. You know, actually, it's not intentional, but it is working as intended. I don't think I would... You know, there's a lot of... I think this is a really interesting way to view the world, right? That there are lots of things that are a way because we specifically really want them to be that way. Like going to the moon. It wasn't easy, but we all said collectively, let's go to the moon. And then there's stuff like, you know, not going to Mars. It's not because we don't want to go to Mars. It's that we think that going to Mars is so much harder than just not. And because we think it's so much harder to go to Mars than just to not, we have just been not. By the way, I think I should start growing some food under my house there. No, that might cause mob spawning issues. We could grow food, like, under here, potentially. Or maybe on top of here. Make it like a big raised farmland so no mobs get up there. Yeah, maybe that's something. Also, I have to get ready for work. Get to fry up a bunch of chicken today. Regan's Rally's lava chicken. Yeah, it's tasty as hell. Our master merch is not showing up on purpose. Well, the thing about going to the moon. Exactly. Perfect Toy Cat stream content. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the... I want to plant one of these somewhere, but I don't know where. I need to start planning out a proper farm base here. And I think my plan for that is... I think underneath this would be fine. I think if I just put it, like, here. If I made, like, a little lip here, I could start growing carrots. Oh, that's not how I wanted to do that. I could start growing carrots here. Wait, what just happened there, chat? That was weird. That was very weird. Okay, so now I've got 1 carrot. I can use this 1 carrot to start attracting pigs. And we're going to make a big pig hole. We're going to make the biggest pig hole, chat. And I've learned from my previous mistakes. You think you want the pig hole near the rest of your stuff, but you want it just slightly out of the way. And so I'm going to put the pig hole over there somewhere. I've been quite tactical with my distances. So if this is 32, I want it at least 96 blocks away. That's 64... No, I want it at least at X112, chat. So we're going to try and pick up as many other pigs along the way as we can. We can always move it later, I guess. Yeah, if it comes to it, we can move the pig pit. Because at first, you just want to breed the pigs a bunch of times. So we can make a really long, thin pig pit, and then later seal it off on one side. Yeah, that's what we'll do. The eventual pig pit should be over here somewhere. But the for now pig pit is just going to be this creeper hole. And then, yeah, it's poor planning in the future, but I think correct planning for right now. So pigs, welcome to your new pit. I'm going to remove the exits. And you're going to walk right in. It's going to be lovely for you. And then we'll just put like a pile, a single block like here to get out, if we can. And if we could lead any other pigs in there, we would. And so over time, we'll be able to pick up pigs without having to actually breed them. Eventually, they'll become too many pigs. It'll become a huge problem for the world. But that's an eventually me problem, not a current me problem. If you have a telescope, you can see the flag on the moon. You know, I hate to tell you, I don't think that's how the spyglass works. Unless you mean in real life. Is that how a telescope works? Can you see the moon on the... You know, that sounds... I've heard that the flag faded. So I guess that means that someone knows what it looks like. But I'm suspicious of anytime anyone says something patriotic that sounds untrue. Because also, did you see that? Oh, okay. Chat, it's a pig jockey. So I'll put the pig jockey in the pen, and eventually the chicken will despawn. This is hilarious, chat. I cannot believe that just happened. I really cannot believe that just happened. But it did. And if I kill him, I might get a shovel, so it's worth killing him. I'm going to keep looking behind me to make sure there's no creepers. Yeah, let's go for this. I only need to go back in there to get the shovel if it is successful, which it is not guaranteed to be. And so let's hope that it is anyway. Keep looking around us for creepers, you never know. Come on. Come on. I want your shovel, buddy. Maybe some of your armor too, actually. Come on. Mr. Pig Jockey, you've got too much health. Oh, yes. Exactly what I was just asking for. Could not have gone better for me. Oh, chat, no. The guy, not only have they blocked my way out of here, but he's picked up my shovel. Monstrous behavior. Absolutely monstrous behavior. I'm going to eat rotten flesh all the way up. And then I'm going to have to punch you, I guess, a bunch of times. Oh, that's so frustrating. So he's definitely going to drop it this time. If they pick it up, they do drop it 100% of the time. But that's my shovel. That's not your shovel. You didn't earn that shovel. Okay, I'm going to put you in the hole too. No, that'll make my problems harder. I'll let him burn in the daylight, actually. So let's test our system right here. Is the spider going to walk over here? Is the mob going to walk underneath me? Kill me that way? Oh, that could go poorly. There is high potential for that to go wrong, chat. Also, no skeletons killed today, despite the rain. But yeah, you're going to die. Sorry about that. You just kind of have to. So I don't want to get burnt. Keep him at a distance. And where's my shovel? There's my shovel. Unbreaking free too, chat. Oh, what a beautiful shovel this is. In theory, yeah, this could last me like 30 shovels. I could do some cool stuff with this. So let's show you the power of my new shovel now, chat. Just so you understand the unbelievable strength I have. Oh, so I could use it for this. But right now, while I'm on such low wood resources, I think it makes more sense to use it for making, what's it called, pathway blocks? Things that don't spawn mobs. So that's what I'm going to do while I'm trying to mob-proof this anyway. Pathway, 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 pathway. Then we'll do the same over here. Pathway, 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 pathway. Perfect. Craft new leather boots, bro. Oh yeah, honestly, I should craft everything new. If I have enough leather, like honestly too much leather, let's go really silly and let's just say goodbye old armor. The armor dying in the middle of combat is such a risk to me that I might as well just not accept the risk, right? I might as well just say, yeah, full new set of armor for me. Treat myself to something special. Yeah, I think this is a great idea. Absolutely no issues with this. So on it goes, on it goes, on it goes, on it goes. And now we get a whopping 3.5 armor bars. It's great. So yeah, I think I think there are things that we want to do actively, and then there are things we want, but like not bad enough to go and do them. I think if we could describe a lot of like problems that an individual has in their life, it's because we want things, but we don't know that we don't want the thing bad enough to not do it, or we do want the thing bad enough to do it, and then we don't do it anyway. I would say that's like the most emblematic issue you can have. Also, chain chest plate. It's gonna die very quickly, so I'm saving it for a special moment. Is the reason why we're not using our chain chest plate. So we have to dig this trench to be an extra block wide, but then that will remove my concerns with the big old slimes. Yeah, I think we have like lots of like, I want to go to the dentist, chat. I think that going to the dentist regularly is a part of what makes a successful human life. But also, the last time the dentist was really aggressive in selling me on a checkup recently. I mentioned the story, but like, I was recording and they were like, oh yeah, we'll just schedule you in. I'm like, no, I'll call you when I want to make an appointment. They're like, oh no, yeah, we'll schedule in for this date and you can just change it when you want to. And I'm like, no, you will not schedule me. I will call you when it is appropriate. You have called me in the middle of my work day. That is not okay. And then I was like, and then they just kept saying, yeah, we'll just schedule. And I'm like, I just hung up on them. And then they called me back and they're like, oh, from a different number. Like, it was like the rudest thing I've ever gone through. And so as a result, I'm like, I don't want to deal with that dentist anymore. But they're my good local dentist, chat. I think I've got another dentist that's like, you know, like on the, it's a while away. It's like a tunnel away or something like that. It's a huge distance to go, chat. And so as a result, I want to go to the dentist. But every time I think about it, I get annoyed enough that I stop thinking about it. And so I want to go to the dentist, but not like that bad, right? And so like, if I magically found myself, if I woke up tomorrow in a dentist chair, I wouldn't be like, oh no, I don't want to be here. I'd be like, oh, this is good. But I'm not going to put the effort in to do it myself. And there's a few things like that. Also, dentist hard sell. Yeah, I know. Okay, this is a good rule for life, chat. If someone is actively ignoring social graces, if like you know, one of the dumbest things to me is like those people who stand outside of restaurants desperately begging you to come inside. It's like, no, I knew someone that was their favorite thing. That's how they decided where to eat. It's like, no, you're not deciding where to eat based on food quality. You're deciding where to eat based on who can be the rudest to you. What a terrible mechanism. What an actively awful, unconscionable mechanism. But to him, he was like, yeah, this is great. Absolutely no issues to me. I drive 30 minutes to mine. Oh, yeah, mine is luckily within walking distance. I think it makes a big difference to, like, I'm trying to get a hair cutter that's in walking distance. I used to travel about 20-30 minutes for it. I'm trying to like get somewhere that's more local, but I'm just having such weird experiences. Like, I guess I am the weird one, statistically speaking. Enough people go to these places. Is starting a survival flat world enjoyable, says Ja. How about I'll tell you this. I met with some marketplace people recently, and one of them was like, I got into Minecraft in 2019. I played survival for literally one day, immediately knew it wasn't for me. And then they started playing around Redstone, and they started building maps, and that's how they have their business that they have today. But then they said, but your flat series that you've been doing immediately made me need to play survival again. And I think it kind of is this kind of like, you know, you're turning up the difficulty to the extreme in Minecraft is wild. You know you're an adult when you don't fight such a process with your dentist. I have a belief of like my own right to decide on my own schedule, right? Like, call me and say, we would like to schedule you. Is it a good time? You know, like you know, you have the right to try and get me to go to your dentist, and it's good that you would try. But if you ignore my I don't want to talk right now in favor of I want to make sure you get an appointment, wah, 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 give me money, rah, 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 rah. If that's If you think that your deserving of my business is more important than my choosing of where my business goes, then you do not deserve it. Hey, Julian Jobinville, thank you for becoming the 403rd channel member. Very exciting, chat, that we hit 400 members again. Super, super exciting. Yeah, I'm fortunately less than a mile from work, gas station, and a grocery, and still need a car. If you're less than a mile from work, I would argue you don't need a car. I mean, unless you're in one of those places where the pavement doesn't exist, which is actually quite common, I hear. Yeah, kind of crazy to think about. I'm going to combine the bows together, even though they don't need to be combined, just to free up inventory space. And then I'm going to have to work out something with the rest of this. But yeah, this house design is going well, chat, I think. They have a process that works for them for good reasons. Oh, yeah, I think this is the thing you have to accept about business, right? In every field of business, there are people who know what they are doing. And they do think, like, I went to a car showroom recently, chat. And I hated that their first instinct was like, oh yeah, make sure, can you give us your phone number and address? Awesome. Can you give it to me again? And I know, like, you're just inputting this into 2 different databases right now. I don't want my stuff in a database. But, like, whatever. This is the way you do your business best, and I know that, like, I know that since I'm asking for something from you, you know, if you think that you are, you know, like, the one with something to offer, then, you know, like, you can take advantage of that. If you think you are the one who is asking for a favor, then, you know, doing a favor in return is a reasonable ask for that, right? But, yeah, we're going to leave this here, by the way. I AFK my world during every stream. I'm now at 1,500 days. That's the life pro tip that people don't tell you about. If you want to have a high day count survival world, just AFK in your world. You know, why not? But yeah, I also took out, why are you digging a giant hole? Oh, it's because I love giant holes and I cannot lie. I hope that is a good enough explanation for you. So, yeah, I think we're going to finish digging out this slime chunk. And then we'll go a little bit to the left on this side too, even. Like, make it really implausible for a slime to get to me. I had the same with when new dentist, my crown cracked. Instead of concentrating on fixing it, they wanted to sell me a luxury brand of toothbrushes. I too walked out. Like, dentistry is such a weird industry. I think it's because it's like, they get to walk the line between officially being able to say, look, we are an essential health service, but it's actually a cosmetic industry. And so a lot of industry, like, this is that thing about, like, they know what works, they don't know, like, the norms are going to be different in every industry if you expect something and get something else. But, like, the norm in dentistry is going to be understandably quite different to the norms elsewhere. Because there are some products where the more you spend on it, the better you feel about it. We speak about these all the time, they're called people and goods. So there are some items where if you spend more money, you are happier. For some people, feeling like they spent £4,000 on the perfect smile is better than spending £400 on a good smile, even if it's the same thing. But you have to have credibility about why people are spending the money. I think that's the critical thing that a lot of people miss about, like, you need to have a good explanation that makes people go, oh yeah, this is worth it. I am glad I am spending money on this. There's a lot of, like, funny versions of this, like, if you ever look at iPhones, for example, the version of an iPhones can advertise themselves as starting at, like, $999, because there is an iPhone that costs that amount that comes with 128, you know, gigabytes of storage. Or MacBooks are even a funnier example of this, because you'll have MacBooks that have, like, an unusable amount of RAM. Like, you'd be harming yourself to use the amount that they want you to. But by having an option that's there that one could feasibly technically use, you can convince yourself that something is worth 1,000, then you can convince yourself it's worth 1,100 with the correct amount of RAM, then it's worth 1,300 because you got the right storage, then you make an upgrade here, an upgrade there. And when you wouldn't have, oh, that's exciting, chat. Where you wouldn't have considered a $1,500 purchase from scratch, you would that way. The same is true for cars. I think it's crazy how much of the car buying industry basically operates on that principle that, like, yeah, people won't pay 30,000 for something up front, but if we sell it to them in a series of $1,500 increments, they totally will. Okay, so now I'm gonna sleep, chat, and I should wake up with so many bones in the morning. I should be so bone filled. Okay, chat, that's one skeleton. That's great news. I'm gonna put a piece of dirt here. Just make sure all the skeletons stay within my render distance. We want to make sure none of these guys... Oh, he's got a helmet. We want to make sure none of these guys die outside of my simulation distance. Or rather, none of them are outside my simulation distance before they die. So that's 2 bones. Oh, that's 4 bones. Chat, it is my... Oh, it's such a lucky day. Look how many bones I just got. Plus, because I got some arrows from that, I can go a step further here. And I can kill this guy. 1, 2, 3. And get even more bones and arrows. Perfect. So now I have 10 bones, chat. 10 bones from one night. Which means if this guy accepts hay bales and sells saplings, I am in. Nope, he wants milk buckets. And he doesn't sell moss either. I'm not in, chat. I'm specifically out. I'll kill him tonight. Yeah, oh, or I could buy a bucket. I could get water. Chat, should I buy water right now? Is that a poor decision or not? I didn't consider that I might get water before wood. There is a way to turn one source into lots of sources. And if we had lots of sources, we could go for lightning rods. And we could also kill drowns for... But there's not a lot of reason to have water before. If we got enough water, we could make a fishing pool. And then we could get bones easier. Yeah, okay, so... Water is so big. If we could make a giant fishing pond, that would be useful. Buy it, it's an investment. Yeah. But then we won't have the emeralds we need later if a villager comes along offering a piece of moss. Oh. I don't know, chat. Faster crop growth too. Yeah, it's faster crop growth on both sides. Bucket makes the milk bucket. Oh, you're totally right, Josh Jones. I can buy the water bucket, then immediately sell it back to him as a milk bucket. It loses access to the bucket for sure, but probably worth it overall. And then I can sell water bottles. Wait, is that... That is one of the trades, isn't it? But I don't have sand. I would have to buy the sand using... It might be worth doing... No, I don't have a furnace. No, I don't have a furnace. You can't make bottles. No, I could get bottles from a witch. Chat, can I kill a witch? Not with a iron shovel. I can't. Probably. I think I should do it. Okay, chat, we're doing it. We're doing it. This is a big purchase we're gonna make. I am going to buy the water bucket with a pufferfish in. The pufferfish is just gonna flop around and die. Oh yeah. Oh, that feels crazy. That feels like a wild thing to do. But I think that's the right thing to do. Now we have to turn this water into an infinite source. Why is this live stream called semi-hardcore? It's because it's semi-hardcore, Caleb Landros. Hope that explains the answer to your question. Okay, so now we're going to put our water, like, in the most efficient place we can. Which is probably right there. I hope the fish flopping doesn't ruin my crops. Oh, he's not going to flop. Okay, I have to punch him manually, do I? Oh. Yeah, I really don't want the pufferfish, chat. Okay, so I've got water for now, which is great. But I can also just immediately sell this back if I can find a cow. Which is worth doing. This is such an amazing find. Game changer, let me tell you. But yeah, let's kill these sheep, because that might help us find a cow. Even if it doesn't, useful thing to be doing regardless. You seeing any cows, chat? I'm seeing suspiciously few cows. You can also kill him tonight still. Yeah, I can kill him tonight and get my milk bucket back. He should be, you know, really, it's not how it works, but he should be more likely to give me my milk bucket. Because he's just bought one from me. Okay, there's a cow, chat. It's happening. Don't wait till night. Get the llamas to spit at the wandering trader. He will go invisible and drink milk. Is that true? Okay, anyway, look at this. I can sell my bucket of milk. 2 emeralds right back in the slot right there. You love to see it. And now, basically, I bought water for 1 emerald. That is nuts. That is the perfect villager for what we needed. So now I've got to start using up more of my dirt, chat. I'm thinking of building my daytime darkness out a little bit more. I think that could be a very good decision. But yeah, I think we also need to make more carpet. Specifically because okay, 12 carpet. This area is just a little bit spooky. Would be maybe better off if it wasn't. Okay, nice. So I still haven't removed all of the blocks in here, but I've removed enough that it seems to not cause any problems. I think maybe the bed should be a block higher up. I think that might solve some problems. This is a weird thing to say, but if we put the bed... No, okay, I can solve this. If we put the bed, like, up there, I think I would rest a little bit easier. Knowing that I've got, like, this elevated view. And that way, creepers from below won't be able to get me. A skeleton might, and that might cause my demise or something. But probably not. I'd probably be just fine. Yeah, I think this is great. I think this is a wonderful place to sleep. Get brown mushroom next. You can make fermented spider eyes with sugar. Where do I get sugar from, Gravter? This is somehow both easier and harder than normal flat. Yeah, weirdly, the Wandering Trader trades have really opened up the way that flat worlds work. Which is nuts. Also, you can get a llama to spit at a Wandering Trader. But then we won't know how much health he has, so we have to kill him with a... You know, maybe we'll do it. Also, move your carrot by the water. Is it not close enough to the water? Is it slightly outside? Oh, yeah, you're right. They are... It is just outside of the range of it. So all we have to do is remove these seeds. Put that there. And there we go. Just like that. Now my carrot should get wet. So yeah, we have no reason to bone meal the rest of this right now. But we could choose to do it. Witch farm, build a mob farm. Someone tell me how to make fermented spider eyes. Oh, so acids. Minecraft literally tells you all the crafting recipes. So if I want to find out how to make one, for example, I go to firm, and it's brown mushroom, spider eyes, sugar. I have spider eyes in here. I could theoretically get sugar from a witch. And so all I need is brown mushrooms. Also, my bread is getting absolutely cheese-manned. Oh, I do not know what you are saying. I just know it is broadly inappropriate. Okay, so if I could get a fermented spider eye, it'd be good, but I'd need a brown mushroom. How can you get a brown mushroom from scratch, chat? Does anyone have a good theory on that one? I think you probably can buy one from the Wandering Trader. Hit him 15 times. The llama spit hits him once. Use the bow to kill. You know what? Let's try it, Crisper. I'm not getting any of the other things from this anyway. So 1. Oh, that was a critical. I shouldn't have done that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we get the llamas to spit at him. It's proving harder than expected. There we go. Okay, so now he's going invisible. And now... No! Okay, he drank the milk bucket, then he stopped for a second there. No, don't do it! Don't do it! Oh, he came back to life. Okay, so we can try that again. Okay, spit at him. Spit at him. Spit at him like, you know, he's always asking me to do when I'm not around. You can do it. You can. Okay, they're hitting each other now. Come on, do it. They might actually kill him if they spit at him. Just the wrong way. Yeah, I do not understand how these guys work. Come on. There we go, there we go. So milk bucket any second now. Go. Yeah! Wow. Chat. 2 milk buckets. 1 day. What an incredible find. I am amazed. I am absolutely amazed by that one. So that was good luck plus good timing. But now we are really on track to get good stuff going. I am now going to make the bold decision, chat, because I think we're getting wood really soon. I'm going to take 2 of my wood planks here. I'm going to make them into a chest. I would love to not have to do this, but my inventory storage is getting real dire. And so let's make a chest. I'll put it in my house over there, I guess. I'll move my crafting table over there too, actually. Let's drop this on the ground. Let's drop this on the ground. And let's build up our new house to be the new focal point of our world. Oh, we could actually make a little pathway over to our house using... Okay, this is a silly idea, chat. This is the dumbest idea I've ever had. But, you know, I'm going to do it anyway. What if we made a pathway over to our house? So, you know, we can just simulate it like this. We'll make a pathway over to our bed in our house and everything. But we'll make it a parkour pathway. This is the best idea I've ever had. No one can tell me otherwise. And, so yeah, we don't want our blocks to cause us any problems. So we'll place our crafting table down here. And then place our chest on top of it. That way we can access our crafting table, but the crafting table isn't a mob spawning block. Chests don't spawn mobs, we're good. Okay, so here's my idea, chat. I'm gonna make this, and this into a little parkour that I can do going through here. I think 2 blocks is the wrong number of blocks between these. But look at this, chat. We can now very easily get over to our house without messing up the slime chunk. Yeah, this is genius. I think I've never had such a good idea before. Oh wait, a zombie spawned in here. He must have spawned on the surface and crawled in. Still a concern though. Still a concern. By the way, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, Josh Jones. I spoke to someone in real life recently, actually, about gifting memberships. And they were like, you know, actually, I know about all the downsides. I've heard you mention them before. But the truth is like, to me, you know, like, giving someone the access to, like, this membership, this, like, feeling of community is something I really value. And I was kind of torn, because there is, like, a certain amount of it that works that way, where it's really cool, really nice. But there's also a certain amount of it where it's like, oh, yeah, but that's not... it's an example of, like, I don't know, like, the difference between what is ideal as a business and ideal as a consumer. And I feel like, yeah, it's a useful reminder to think about the other side of something. Why do they call it an oven when you off in the cold food, out hot in the food? I think that is the worst comment I've ever read out on Sony. I think there was a really grand idea below that, but I do not understand any of it. So I'm just gonna sleep up here on my bed. We're gonna check if we can survive the spider onslaught tonight. Can they get to me, chat? They can't! I have made a foolproof base over here. It's great. It's wonderful. Okay, so there's a skeleton in there that probably won't die. There's a skeleton over there that, I mean, not die, won't despawn. Just waiting for him to despawn, preferably. There we go. Okay, so that's upped our bone count massively. What about this fella? Oh, that's a creeper. Definitely got to be careful about going around him. So that's what I'm going to be. Very, very careful. And there we go, chat. I'm sitting at 14 bones right now. If I get another Wandering Trader and he sells hay bales, I'm going to be in Shooter Town. I don't know. It's gonna be incredible. So, I have a key memory of watching you many years ago when you were drinking out of a large fishbowl with a colored straw for every donation. You got, I don't know why, but I thought of it as a comfy memory. That was one of my favorites. It was in the fight against plastic straws. You know, I heard someone say this recently, and it's my new headcanon. The reason the world has gone, you know, like anti-woke or whatever you want to call it, it's all because of plastic straws. You know, like 5 years ago, you know, for the same reasons that someone, you know, like, a lot of people don't fully understand, like, you know, like what you might call socially progressive movements. Like, if you, I mentioned before, like, trying to explain to my grandmother, like, oh yeah, there's this fella, or there's this person, they're not really comfortable being a guy, but they're also not comfortable fully transitioning to being a lady, you know, like, explaining trans people to my Catholic grandmother's already a hard sell. But, like, she literally doesn't understand. You know, she wants to be nice to this you know, this gender neutral singer. It's just not very easy to understand. So a lot of people just trust, like, okay, When someone says something is good for the world, we'll just trust them. If a lot of people say it, then the fact that they are saying it is probably truth that it is good. You know, it's a self-proving formula, or a self-trusting formula. You know, like trust people to get it right by themselves. But I think I think the moment you have enough movements where something makes no sense to you, but you think, well, people are doing it, so they must be right, and then you realize it doesn't make sense to them either, you start to question, like, oh, so is this how it all is? You know, like, and you know, people start using, you know, the like phrase like, do your own research. That kind of comes from that, where it's like, oh yeah, do you feel like there's a different answer? Go look for it until you find it. And I think that's like a funny thing that, like, really, you could trace this back to the first movement where everyone made a big sacrifice, and the reason everyone made a sacrifice feels like it didn't pay off is plastic straws, chat. It's plastic straws. We got rid of plastic straws. We got paper straws that don't work as straws. And you know what we got in exchange for it? Well, I mean, there's still plastic pollution in the rivers all over, like, India, which is where most of it is. Like, the CO2 emissions actively went up in some cases, because, you know, like, unless you're composting the straws perfectly, which no one is, it's a whole pain to actually deal with paper straws if you're not doing it correctly. Basically, the point is it's a case where our collective wisdom got something wrong. And now, as a result, you know, now no one trusts anything. Hey, I don't mind using a paper straw, except when it comes to getting a frozen drink at the cinema and it won't last the film. That is such a common experience, Holly Naraska. They had to give you free paper straws. And it was like, but isn't this, you know, it's fine. And so, yeah, if, I think it's my headcanon to explain current events. You know, if you want a real explanation of how you have insert current political situation, you can really trace it back to the plastic straws. And no one can tell me otherwise, okay? So I'm going to use some bone meal right now, just so I have more crops growing. I'm going to use it on the highest, almost most grown crops here. Get some nice seeds in, plant those seeds down. If we do get another wandering trader who'll buy hay bales, we'll probably be able to max that out. It'll be great. I have so many reusable straws now. I have so many reusable straws too, Chilius Bean. Do you know, like, you know how it takes like 173 reuses of a reusable bag before it's better? I don't know what the number is for straws, but I have so many reusable straws. I know I think a few plastic straw companies did really, really well from the mania we had. I'm so sorry I'm that annoying person taking their metal straw to the cinema. I remember when I was talking about having a metal straw, people are like, no, it's dangerous. You might trip and fall, and it will go through your mouth and out your skull. And I'm like, wow, I don't know who's the crazy one here. Yeah, okay, so let's see what's in the daytime darkness, by the way. Maybe there's something good in here. Nope, just a spider and something. I guess, I really want a witch, right? That would be the actual ideal. I want a witch that somehow will die to some other mob. Maybe like oh, okay, 2 skeletons. Okay, chat, this is good, this is good. 2 skeletons will kill each other. Oh, that's a baby zombie with a sword. Why is the baby zombie got a sword, chat? A stone sword of all the swords, too. Oh, okay, this is not what I was expecting. This is not what I signed up for. Oh, it's an iron sword. I'm crazy for thinking it's stone. Okay, he did not drop it, but that's because I didn't punch him. I should have. I should have punched him, chat. So let's eat some real food first. Then let's punch this guy. No, he's only got leather armor. It's just not worth it. Let's try and get another skeleton. No skeleton? Okay, let's not do it. So now that we've got our biggest free sets of slime chunks mapped out, we're going to build big dirt walls around the rest of them, chat. Because again, slimes are one of the easiest ways to die. They're the easiest mob for us to prevent until we can get coal and stuff, which we might be able to do with campfires later. But yeah, in the meantime then, let's take advantage. Let me look around, make sure I'm not going to die. Let me take advantage of that. So let's wall off some slime chunks. The next slime chunks after these ones is there's one at 0, -64. So 0 on the X. Wait, no. Yeah, 0 on the X, -64 on the Z. So that would be all the way over here. Wait, negative 64 on the Z. Yeah, negative 64. All the way over here. So 2 chunks past the end of this. So we go a whole chunk here. And we can like break a block just to mark the chunk. Yeah, that might be useful to do actually. I did this last time, but it's a nice little way to just mark distances. And then here, after 65, let's say, this is the new slime chunk. And then to represent it, to deal with it, we'll just make it so slimes can't get out of here by building big walls around it. The big wall should start preferably not past -1 and preferably not past -64. This is great. So we're gonna slime chunk this off. We're gonna make this impossible for slimes to get past by making what I like to call slime prison. Slimes, unless they're so small they can't hurt you, can't make it through these gaps. And so it's a really cost-effective prison. We can make it a pretty design if we want to, but I just like the idea that this exists. And then we have to do the same at X48 to X64, Z0 to Z32. I'll have to come back for that one later. But we're going to build 2 prisons. It's going to be great. Teachers, when you hold scissors, an angle that is 1 degree not fully down. Yeah, the one that annoyed me was teachers that told me not to rock on a chair, you know, or lean on a chair. Rocking would be a different thing, I guess. It always annoyed me. Like, you know, it's like you don't understand how fun this is. And like, oh, you know one kid whose brain fell out of their head? No, you don't. You heard that story on Facebook somewhere. Isn't it funny, actually, you know, nowadays you would assume that is where they heard it. They definitely didn't have Facebook back then. Also, hey man, don't diss the sippy cup. Yeah, I love the sippy cup. I think the sippy cup is what we all actually aspire to. That's my hot take. I think we all love the idea of something that you can just like passively go and have something. I think if we could, right? We love making things easy for ourselves to the level where if we could have if there was an automated device, if there was an equivalent of the sippy cup for food, if there was like a fork where every time you chewed, it moved a little bit further into your mouth, oh, we would love that. We would go crazy for that. We would go bananas for it, I would say. The chair has 4 legs for a reason. Use them. I remember hearing that all the time in elementary school. I think there are like, okay, I've been trying to understand more culture recently through the lens that we are always rebelling against the generation before us. Or rather, we're really rebelling against the people who raised us, right? Your parents expect you to do things a certain way. A natural part of human culture is being like, nah, let's do it a different way. Like, one of the reasons in particular, I think, that a lot of people find the idea of, like, whatever political ideals you think are questionable. I think one of the reasons people always find that to be so appealing is because whatever is the political mainstream when you get into politics, you're like, that must be wrong. If that was so good, it would have worked incredibly by now. Like, a lot of people are shocked. Honestly, me too, if I'm being honest with you. That, like, Gen Z has become, like, a right-wing generation, and so in a lot of circumstances, substantially more than their predecessors. Like, my generation, it's like, oh yeah, if you're young, you are exclusively one political opinion. Maybe you're debating about who is the, you know, to use simple terms, who's the wokest, who is the most progressive, who's the whatever else you want. But now it's like the opposite, because people are like, yeah, I disagree with the ideals of what came before. And it's the same with basically everything. Like, the way that if your parents grow up really, really frugal, you'll grow up the opposite. My grandparents are like so wildly frugal. Like, to this day, I don't know how much money they have. I don't know if they're like sitting on a fortune in a vault somewhere. But like they both work for a substantial portion of their life. They live in a cheap area. They buy cheap things. I mentioned, like, I've had like horror stories of like I put an apple in the bin once, and my grandma was like, no, you did not eat this apple enough. You make sure you go back and eat that. And then like my parents' generations are like, everyone I speak to my age at least, it's like, oh yeah, my mother just believes that you can put things on a credit card and then it's basically free. And it's like, oh yeah, mine too. And then, like, our generation has, like, the FIRE movement, right? Like, financial independence, retire early. In effect, which is, like, extreme frugality towards a cause. There are still lots of people who spend recklessly, you might argue. And now I would say we've kind of hit the reverse trend of that again. People who I know who are, like, 10 years younger than me are like, yeah, is it really worth... If you have the money, is it worth considering the price of things? And it's like a cool luxury view, I guess. But now, you know, if we hit a recession and things go badly, maybe we flip things around again. Maybe. Also, your political takes are so silly and lacking any basic research. The political divide from woke and right-wing ideology came from the invasion of Wall Street when corporations pushed divide. Oh, you're right. No. My bad. You got that so much better than my understanding was. Actually, I see. Long form is great because if I read that as a YouTube comment, I'd roll my eyes, laugh, and move on my day, right? And if, let's be honest, if you read what I had to say as a YouTube comment, you would roll your eyes, laugh, and say, wow, you don't know that it's Wall Street peddling the divide, man. Yeah, I think it's, I'm not dug deep into the world of politics, so I'll concede, actually, you're right, I'm wrong. I have not made a salient point about that ever, and never will continue to. But let's now talk about the fact that, this Superflat world is actually going quite well, right, chat? Can we all agree? Do you think it's going well? I think it's going pretty well. I would go as far as to say it's going desert well. I'd also say Wall Street and go, no, chat. Oh, what have I brought into the world? You know, isn't there I think one of the I still don't know. Also, gotta go. Adios and good day. Luck with the stream. Thank you very much, Chilius Bean. I hope you do great. Yeah, chat. Which chicken jockey is your favorite? What's your favorite chicken jockey in Minecraft? Oh, Rob, what's your favorite mob jockey? Actually, there we go. There's an interesting question. Do you have a favorite mob jockey? Hope you have a favorite mob jockey. Okay, so you can get in this hole, and one day he'll become a full-grown adult pig, and then one day we'll fill this. Actually, we should patch in these holes now, make life easier for future me. Later we'll remove these holes. Actually, I can remove them right now. There's no reason not to. It's a bit tricky to get in and out, but otherwise works great. And then we'll also put a placeholder block in the middle here. Like 2 dirt in the middle, maybe. Yeah, I'll put 2 dirt in the middle, so I can easily put a lightning rod down there later. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So, do you have leads? Also, wait, what if I just put the middle block here? No, I have to do it this way. Oh, no, don't leave, pigs, don't leave! You could lead the pigs in and grow both carrots. Oh, that actually might be clever. I do have leads. I'm so old school. There's so many, like, Minecraft things where I'm like, I refuse to do it the new way. And the new way is like, oh yeah, that came out in 2017. Which is an interesting example of another thing that, like, as time changes, your perception of what is like, oh yeah, you would just do it this way, changes. I think I have a large number of Minecraft boomers who watch my channel. You know, we use this term a lot. But I think there is a large number of us, chat. So here's my idea. I'm gonna leave that there. This chunk is pretty well dealt with, but I'm now gonna go deal with another chunk, chat. And once I've dealt with all of the nearby chunks to meet, I should have resolved most of the problems. So our next slime chunk is at x minus 80, z 0. So x minus 80 is all the way over here, but that's where the slime chunk just came from now. Oh yeah, so you saw that slime. This is why it's relevant, chat. The slime that just tried to kill me right now came from over here. And then he goes positive, I'm guessing? Yeah, it must be, it goes positive on the Z here. So, the chunk starts here at minus 80, 0. This is the first block in it. And so we surround this with big walls. And that way, when slimes spawn in the chunk because we go close to it, not our problem. Not our problem at all. Although we could probably be even smarter by, if we move the pig hole close enough to this, we can make it even less of a problem. But yeah, there we go. We're at 16 here. So now we go on to the next side. And we make our slime prison. This is a fairly cost-effective design. And for chunks that are far away, I think it works great. Having slimes be over there, but behind a prison somewhere, entirely fine to me. I could maybe make an argument for building the walls really high. But, you know, don't want to make those arguments right now. So chat, what was your favorite mob jockey? Baby zombie chicken jockey on a warden. Why can't baby jockeys ride wardens? Also, leave now. Says add-in Sony. Are you okay? Yeah, so yeah, chat, I'm hungry. It's my big concern. And I've gotta like play cautiously as a result. Or should I order food and then, you know, like, if we've got these boring days anyway, where we're not getting too much done while we wait for the Wandering Trader, maybe it's the perfect time to order food. But then actually, there's always something to be done, right? I could always be making my slime chunks, you know, better. Also, wait, oh, I should make these out of, if I make these out of pathway blocks, they'll become less of a problem. So I'll pathway these blocks, and then do that. I'll pathway these blocks, and that way I make the chunk even safer. God gave me the ability to have great self-control and a perfect diet, but then gave me a vape addiction. I hate to tell you, I think you gave yourself the vape addiction, and Sony. Also, Polly E, my forever world is called Boomer 2. Boomer when I started on the 360. Wow, Polly E, that goes back some time. I don't know why, I find that to be surprising. I'd have guessed Polly E, you know, with no basis, just literally pure guessing. I feel like most people who play Bedrock got into it in the last, at least 10 years, you know? So to be in for it for like almost 15, kind of nutty, gotta say. Kind of nutty. I'm gonna grow 2 more bone meal plants just on the very tallest wheat. We get the most value when we do it like this, so it's a good thing to do. And then over here, and over here. So that was poor value. That was a mistake what we did right there. But still, we got enough wheat now. Yeah, if another villager comes along buying our stuff, we're going to be in real luck. We're going to be in real luck. Apparently, you can get water with bone meal. So there is a way to get water, chat. You can infinite source 1 water into itself. I don't know what the way is, though. Toy Cat, you can bone meal dirt with flowing water over it to create waterlogged seagrass. Wait, you think I can bone meal this? What did I just do? Wait, if it's got flowing water over it, you're saying? What just happened to my bone meal? I think I got scammed. Chat, how did that happen? Also, make yourself a fishing hole. Oh, fishing, yeah. Weirdly enough, that's a really good idea to play with. I think fishing right now would be great. I could get myself an enchanted bow. I get myself an enchanting fishing rod. Now is the right time to go fishing. Weirdly enough, I think that is true. Has to be 2 blocks deep. Okay. You know, I don't know that it makes sense, but I'll follow the logic. Oh, and then we can use the seagrass. Did that make a water source right there, chat? I think it might have. So I can get another milk bucket by just drinking from a cow, right? So I'm going to quickly see if I got another... Oh, yeah, chat! Oh, we have infinite water now. Wow, useful as heck. I knew there was something to do with seagrass, but I didn't know you could bone meal seagrass outside of an ocean. That's a game changer. So I think I'm going to set up my water somewhere over here. Maybe I'll turn this chunk, you know, the prison chunk, into a water chunk. That might be fun, right? No, I think it'd be fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We'll put some water in here. We'll put some more water in here. And we'll... No, I need to milk the cow. No, the Wandering Trader's not going to spawn tonight, right? Yeah, the Wandering Trader's not going to spawn tonight. We're going to be great. So we have enough string and we have enough sticks to just build a fishing rod now, right? Yeah, that is a handy little cheese right there. That's the sort of cheese I love to see. Never be thirsty again. That's right, chat. No more thirst is happening to me. I have solved my first problem permanently. Best way to rid a cave area slime, Toy Cat? Oh. There isn't a good one. There is not a good way to. There are less terrible solutions, maybe. So yeah, if I wanted to have water there, I could do it. I kind of like the idea of it being over here, so I could, like, grow carrots at the same time. Yeah, I have to consider that I want my crops to grow and I want my pigs to theoretically grow. We want both those things to go well. Okay, so that's a single skeleton I'm going to have tonight. It's fine to have just one skeleton, I guess. Also, we'll kill the spider because we want string. Ideally, the skeleton would attack this zombie here, but doesn't look like it's going to work that way. Okay, so how are things going for you, Mr. Spider? Glad to hear it's going well. So now we just jump in. We pick up that extra bone. And now I think it's worth doing something a little bit renegade, chat. Oh, that's scary. So I'm going to set down some water over here. And then I'm going to cover the water up with dirt. And that should hydrate the crops around it. I say should. You know, it's a little bit of a vibes-based system right now. Actually, let's use this creeper that we've got right here. Let's use him to make our creeper chunk we're turning into a water chunk. Let's use that to make that more substantial. Fishing is good for enchanted bows. Yeah, how often do we need enchanted bows? What is the value we get for enchanted bows? Give me your honest opinion on that question. I would appreciate hearing it. Okay, there's a leather helmet. And there's a creeper. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. That's fine. You know what? Actually, this kind of helps. I need to do some remodeling anyway. Yeah, honestly great. I'm just going to remove all of these blocks here. And this is going to be my new carrot farm, chat. Oh, we can actually see the... But this is going to be my new carrot farm. And it will go a while back over here. And maybe we can make it deeper by going back there in some way. I don't know. But the point is, I have bone meal. And I don't need the bone meal as badly to get other crops anymore. So why not use them to get carrots? Carrots grow so plentifully once you have some. And if I get a bunch of carrots really early on, I can use it to make more carrots. Rich get richer. Classic. Works great situation. Okay, so more carrots. And then even more carrots. And yeah, and those will all be technically, you know, yeah, it's going to be great. Has to be 5 by 5 and 4 blocks deep. Bird for life, I do not believe that is true. That is a Java fact that is commonly misinterpreted to also be a Bedrock fact, but is not to the best of my knowledge. So yeah, we're going to make a fishing chamber. I could do it somewhere near my house. Like, I can make the rest of this chunk water. So you have to, like, get over the water to get to where I live. I don't think that's a terrible idea, actually. Like, you know, this is kind of like a fake safe house, but I like the idea of the fake safe house. We could have, like, 3 by 3 water here. And then we could fish here. So if we fish here, right, chat, in this chunk, our crops would grow. Our pigs would, you know, have their reset timers happen. And we'd still be able... Yeah, this is great. This is a wonderful idea. Let's do it. Right here, we're going to make a 3 by 3 hole. We can make it bigger and deeper or whatever else, but let's start with 3 by 3. It's kind of annoying moving water around your world when you have one bucket, but very easy otherwise. And yeah, can you believe this, chat? I don't have wood yet, but I have myself a bucket. It's bizarre, but it is true. I should have gone this way to get over here. Okay, so now let's make a fishing rod. I think I can make one. You might need 3 sticks. If you do, I'm gonna bite the bullet and just do it. Yeah, there we go. Chat, this is wild. I am fishing before I have access to wood. This is kind of alien to me, but that's okay. But now we take this block, put it there. Then that makes infinite water. Then we could dig this to be deeper if we wanted to as well. And now in theory, if we make this big enough, it could actually, in theory, if this is big enough, it could spawn fish too. And if it spawns fish, that's more access to bones. And so I kind of like the idea of having more access to bones. And so let's make it in such a way that we get more access to bones. We can go all the way down to Bedrock, but that might mess with fish spawning. So let's do it this way. Wait, how did you get water for cauldron? I missed the last stream. I bought it from a wandering trader, Dominic. I bought it from a wandering trader. That is the answer. Okay, there we go. Now get another one, put it there, and another one goes right there. This is an oddly not functional water source for some reason. Let's put this here maybe. Then take that water, put it there. I have no idea what is happening, chat. This is the this is why you shouldn't do water the way that I just did. I've messed it all up. Okay, so that's a source right there. No, it's not a source. This I don't understand the water in the slightest. Yeah, you know, this is fine. This is as good as it gets as far as I'm concerned. Can we fish in it? That's the real question. If the answer... Oh, it probably still works the same. It probably still works the same. The bottom areas aren't source blocks. Place water on the bottom too. Do you think that is what is missing? Because the top area isn't becoming sources anymore. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, yeah. One source block saved it all, weirdly. So now I'm going to replace this water bucket with a milk bucket. I'll put the water, like, here or something. Just so it's around. But let's go quickly grab ourselves a cow so we can get a milk bucket. We'll also take advantage of our crops having grown. Always very lovely when that happens. And we should start thinking very seriously about graduating to a more intense crop design. But, again, that's just we should start thinking about it. Future me has got that covered much better than current me. That's the trick. Okay, so where is a cow? Where is a single cow? Anyone see one? I am amazed that I do not see one. But yet I do not. There's no fish in my pool yet. You know, let's... Oh, and the pig is just gone. Yeah, we'll wait till the cow spawns. We'll do our stuff. And when the cows spawn, the cows spawn. So, Kat, you've been late on this information for years. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm happy to know that there is an easy solution. I guess you don't need pickaxes as much as shovels, but oh well. I say keep the bucket until you see what the next trader has. It's very useful. Why would I keep the bucket until... What do you think I'm... What are you picturing there, Pouts? What do you have in your mind? Oh, I need a way to get back up there. Here we go. Okay, so this is my delightfully safe fort. No creeper is going to sneak up behind me. I can be fairly sure of that. And I can sit here and things will go great. Toy Cat, you can get 100% drop rate from zombies with armor and weapons by drowning them. Oh, yeah? 100% drop rate. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's the dumb feature, but it is a correct feature. If I see a zombie of iron armor, I'm going to drown him. Is it easy to drown a mob? We should make a specific drowning pool. Yeah, we need so many different pools, chat. But we're gonna make a drowning pool. Oh, that's salmon. We got some. So salmon is better than raw. No, it's not really. Like, we'll keep it because fishermen will want them later. Needs to be a river or ocean. Needs to be a river or ocean to spawn drowns naturally. Oh, does it need to be a river or ocean to spawn fish naturally too? Didn't they change that? Oh, have they fixed that? You could sell a milk bucket, then kill them for the milk bucket. Basically, free emeralds. Yeah, you basically can kill them for emeralds. The problem is they don't always drop their milk bucket. So you are running the risk in the meantime of not having it. You need the bucket for so many water things. Ponds, water. Yeah, you're right. If I get rid of my bucket, I lose my access to those things. Which is true. Also, thank you, Carolina Cyclone James. Howdy, I have returned. It's good to see you again. It is really good to see you again. I hope you are well. I am doing well. I am doing desert well. I might go as far as to say. That's a bone. See, that's actually a really useful fishing drop. Gotta say. Okay, nothing's coming yet. I'm gonna try and make my fishing drops like a clear section of the inventory. Yeah, if we just get a bone every like 10th fish, I could justify my fishing time quite well. Very, very well. I'm so glad you have a safe space and no mobs can creep up behind you. Yeah, it's such an important thing for the flat world too. Also, it's yeah, I don't understand the physics here, chat, but I have a collection pool I have to manage now. It's just fine though. For a zombie to drown, you just make it chase you into the fishing pond, it won't escape. Oh, you think? Also, nothing much, just been vibing all week. I'm glad you vibed your way over here, Carolina. Yeah, I feel like I've had a very busy weekend. I think it was technically a bank holiday weekend. But like in a broadly good way. But now I feel broadly not good. Oh, an enchanted bow. Chat, you can you believe that? We got a mending bow. What do I do with a mending bow? You a miss, glad to see you. Indeed. I remember back in the day, on occasion you regretted not saving old time seed. No, I don't know about that, Bob King. I don't know what you're saying, to be honest, but it doesn't sound correct. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some chicken for dinner, chat. I think I'm gonna just. I've got these. Again, this is something that means nothing to my my more American-minded viewers. So I'm gonna put the zombies in here just to make some drowns. I don't need the drowns yet, chat, but it's a fun idea, right? If we could just start dealing with this now. Okay, so zombie, go get in the pond. I've been desert well. Just turned 23 on the 15th. Congratulations! You know what they say about 23? I don't know what they say about 23. I'm sure there's something terrible they say about people who turn 23. Congratulations! Maybe there's something nice they say about them. Okay, so I've got 3 babies. I've got 3 zombies in that pool that can now just slowly. Wait, what monster is nearby? Oh, you monster. I have enough arrows to just kill him and be done with it. But let's do this correctly. I think I should make ladders. Once I get wood, that's one of the things that would benefit this little hole the most. Gotta keep looking around for zombies. I mean, for creepers. There we go. Okay. So now we'll do our little parkour back to our bed, and we'll be good. Yeah, I think I should start cooking soon. Like, really soon, chat. American-minded me? Yeah, I'm an island boy. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. Oh, chat, did my video go up? I reckon it might have. I think, let's see. So I'm gonna do some fishing while we look at this. Hey, they're drowns already. I wasn't expecting it to be so fast. I thought it took longer. But get this right, chat. Now I can kill the baby drowns. Or all of the drowns. And they have pretty decent odds of becoming... Of giving me a copper ingot. And if I get 3 copper ingots... Already with 1 copper ingot I can make a brush, but I wouldn't use it. But it's fun. Video's indeed up. It went up an hour ago. Oh, that's good. That's exciting. Yeah, the 121.90 video. Yeah, okay, awesome. That's what I like to hear. I remember it was just about to go up just as we were starting the stream. Or it was like, you know, like in the last phases. And usually I'm used to like, as a streamer's coming to its end, I'm like, oh god, I forgot to do something. So it's good to know I caught up with that. Yeah, chat, I'm starting to like... Oh, what do we get from that? I think I'm starting to like hit my... So yeah, I'm going to store all my salmon, by the way. All the salmon, all the cod, all the pufferfish. I'm going to store it all because eventually it's useful to trade with. Whereas you can't really trade beef with anyone except the butcher. Like it's far less tradable and for a less useful villager. So that's why we're doing it that way. But yeah, we are going to kill a bunch of drowns. We'll lead some into the pool tonight. Okay, just there we go. Just don't be my problem for a bit, please. Hey, that's not what I said. I didn't say go immediately chase me down. Perfect. So, Cat, my mouth also started hurting right as I joined the stream. Why would you do this? I make people's mouths hurt when they watch my streams so that they're willing to buy more dentistry from my paid partners. Oh, have you considered using my sponsor, dentist.com? Oh, good news. I've already signed you up. And actually, if you want to cancel, you'll have to go through the effort of finding out your account details. You're welcome. See, imagine how wild that would be for a YouTube sponsor read. But yeah, oh, no, too late. Yeah, I think we're going to have a real... Also, creeper in the hole? I don't see a creeper in the hole. Is there a creeper in the pool? Also, how do we not have another wandering trader yet? Oh, there's the creeper. Okay, that's a concern. I'm going to stand away from that to avoid accidental catastrophes. Maybe a drowned spider should be a crab or a lobster. Oh, you know what, Dan? The next boss we're adding to Boss Blitz... you know, I've maybe said too much already, but I've got some fun plans. So yeah, we're gonna pick up a lot of weird stuff on the journey here. Do we want mending or unbreaking? We definitely want mending over unbreaking. We now have a better bow, and our last bow is just fodder. It's garbage. We could throw it away, but yeah. Oh, yay, rotten flesh. Also,
Hey, Toy Cat. Yesterday was my 19th birthday, so this is my birthday tax. Watching with my mom again. Hope you're doing desert well, Mr. British Cat.
Why are you anonymous today? You can't say watching with your mum again and then say you're anonymous. Hello, Anonymous's mother. How are you doing today? Anonymous's mother, do you have advice on what to do when everything hurts? Is not eating actually a smart idea? Traders buy fermented eyes, I thought. Weird stuff? You mean you don't have a use for a ton of trap triggers? Yeah, I know, right? There's some items you get from fishing that are just like, who, why, how, what? I don't know the answer to any of those questions, but I know that there should be an answer. Someone should work those out. They just have not. Pogo? Yeah, that's my theory. Dazed and confused. Good memory on yourself too, though. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that the video went up. I'm glad to hear that people are enjoying it, chat. That's the ideal. People enjoyed the Let's Play yesterday too. I think I hit that perfect spot of like, it's the exact opposite video of what people expect me to make. So that's a good thing. Yeah, chat. Usually I'm like, at this point in the stream, I'm like, you know, what if our consciousness isn't real, and the way that we are experiencing the world is entirely our poor understanding of our own consciousness? You know, what if there are giraffes in the world thinking that like, yeah, we are the higher being, we understand exactly what it means to do anything. You know, like every creature has to think that its thoughts mean something, and you know, we invented maths and fancy words and stuff. But there are lots of things we do less smart than an octopus. You know, at this point in the stream, I'd usually be doing that. But I'm at the point where, like, my brain is very close to dead. For reasons outside, or reasons inside my control. Probably. And so, yeah, I think, oh, that's unexpected. Oh, no, don't go back in. It's interesting that they run back in, though. That is actually unexpected. Giraffes are definitely the higher being here. Yeah, no, you're totally right, Josh Jones. Like, what if we're all actually giraffes? You know, think about it this way, right? We trust our senses and everything, right? If your senses tell you that there is a door there, you trust there is a door there. You don't know the physical makeup of your world. You know that I am picking up a casino chip right now, and if I am picking up this casino chip, it must physically exist. But in the same way that you can't tell that this casino chip is blue, you just know it's the color that your eyes recognize as blue. You don't know if humans actually look like humans, or if we all perceive each other to look like humans, but actually we all look like giraffes. We don't, you know, it's entirely possible our senses have lied to us that much. What if we wake up and it's 2013 is my fear? Oh, we'd get so rich if we woke up and it was 2013. By the way, Pogo! Thank you for channel membering. I would too, but then you realize you have to relive every year after again. Yeah, I think I would have a lot of strain. I think 2013 is a particularly, like, dangerous year for me to go back to. I think I still, like, am, like, processing some things from, like, 2013 chat. Yeah, I think if I go back now, I would lead a life that is better for 18-year-old me. But I worry I don't get the life that 29-year-old me enjoys as much, you know? Or maybe I live a life that's better for 29-year-old me and I don't get the 18-year-old me enjoyment. And so then when I'm 29, I'm like, oh man, I miss those 18-year-old things. And then it's too late to enjoy it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of things that would go so hugely different. Also, saw the creeper. I see the creeper too. We just have to make sure the creeper doesn't see us. But yeah, at this point in the stream, that's where we would be doing that, chat. But instead, I'm going to have very surface-level conversations with you. Like, what is this random little thing here? It's definitely something. Oh, fish. Is it the microphone? Oh, it is the microphone. Yeah, that's what it is. Or like, chat, I bought this t-shirt from a really fancy clothes retailer. I was buying, my cousin really wanted a expensive bag. It was a silly expensive bag for Christmas. It wasn't actually... I think actually of all the things that was expensive. But basically, and I was like, you know, it's a Secret Santa thing. I'm gonna get the bag. But it's like, it was like £49. I realized afterwards, like, actually the bag wasn't the expensive thing. There was a t-shirt that was £75 on there. But I bought the bag, it was £49. But it was like £50 to get free shipping. And so I looked through this site for like this like relatively nice thing. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a premium fashion outlet. And, yeah, basically I, 5x5x5 for special items while fishing. Not true on Bedrock. Not true on Bedrock, fun fact. But yeah, basically, I bought myself this t-shirt. It was like an expensive, like, high-end t-shirt. And, like, it's cool fashion, right? Like, look at this. The design, you can't even see it. You literally can't. It looks like I'm wearing basically a grey t-shirt. And it's oversized, because that's, like, cool. But every time I'm wearing it, I feel like I am I feel like either I've lost a bunch of weight or that I am a very large gentleman. I don't feel comfortable inside of it. But I feel like because I spent too much on it, I have to wear it a few times. Is the solution that you push through the discomfort and one day you become the guy who's like, oh yeah, this is just what I wear. I think it says New Mexico on there at the bottom. Oh no, it says Great Basin Desert. Great Basin Desert. Oh, I think that's from Nevada, actually. National Park. By the way, Pogo, thank you for the tip. Also, how to make Minecraft film better. Did you like it? I have no idea how to make Minecraft film better. But I'm excited that you're making them. I would definitely make some better decisions if I went back to 2013, but would I be the person I am now? Oh, you have to assume that you're you going back with your memories. If you just go back in time to 2013 without your memories, you just do everything exactly the same. You know, there's one of my like favorite spooky theories is that we don't actually perceive time linearly, or that we perceive time linearly, but it doesn't mean that it's happening in a linear sense. Okay, so this is gonna be a nightmare. I'll just shoot him. Oh, I didn't get a copper ingot. So tonight, before we go to bed, let's get some drowns, load them up into the pool, I reckon. I think that's just the smart thing to do. I'll eat one raw beef, wait till it heals me, and then I'll eat a second raw beef. And all of these zombies... Oh, this guy has armor. Chat, we were just talking about... I don't know if they've patched that or not. But I know I am curious. Okay, so 4 zombies. We could probably do better than 4 zombies. But we'll start with 4. Let's lure him into the hole. Oh, God, there's a skeleton. Oh, God, the skeleton's gonna ruin my day, isn't he? Okay, so the zombies literally walk into water and then trap themselves there. I think that is hilariously stupid. But I'm not complaining. Make sure the skeleton's still there. He's in the hole now. He actually might cause me huge problems if he's in the hole. So let's... Oh, no! Okay, that's scary. That's bad. Do you think it was the creeper that messed me up? I bet it was the creeper. Okay, so now the zombie is going to mess me up. I can't sleep up there. I could make a second bed, in theory. But yeah, I might be able to get a full set of chainmail armor, chat. So, Cat, fix your bow of the XP you pick up. You're not going to use levels. Yeah, exactly. If I get XP, it should be for my bow. But I don't need the bow XP right now, either. It's like a nice side project. But it's just a side project for now. So let's run away to where the skeletons are chasing me, but nothing else. I think the drowns will stay where they are. Everything else will despawn. Okay, now let's run the skeletons back towards my bed. I don't actually need the bones so bad right now. It's not worth risking my life over some bones. Oh, there's a witch. Okay, in the morning, we'll kill the witch, chat. The only real way for us to do it is... okay, so... The only real way for me to kill the witch is with a bow. But I have the arrows for a reason. So I'll wait for those guys to die. And then we'll desperately try to get sugar or redstone or whatever it is we get. I'm excited though, chat. Okay, so, oh, I do not want to be punched. I just want you to die. Oh, stop it, stop it. Stop it. Just die. Just die. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, oh, oh! Chat. That could have been everything. I can't believe there was a creeper behind me I didn't know about. And there's a creeper in my... Okay. Let's chill. Let's chill. I'm going to eat up fully. There's a creeper in there that I should worry about. But I'm going to kill the witch using 3 arrows back to back. They're going to be fully charged arrows. Go, go. Okay. So what do we get? We got glowstone and redstone. 8 redstone, which is nuts. We can make redstone blocks. And 1 glowstone, which is basically worthless. But still, it was worth going for. Witches are the rare mob that we have to struggle for. And I think it was worth the struggle. For now, though, let's throw this into the chest in this weird little corner that we have. Let's stock up our little fuels. And let's say that today has been wildly successful. I'm a little bit disheartened by the lack of a third wandering trader, and I'm really concerned at how many creepers are making their way into this hole. I definitely need to do something about that. Should I make like a lip around it, maybe like a trench? Yeah, how do I stop creepers getting in here? Did the drown not drop their armor? No, the drown did not. Which means I have to sit here. Oh no, he must have, and then all the other drowns picked it up. Because it was one guy of all the armor. Now it's a bunch of guys of their own armor. So let's knock them out of the pool. They should start choking to death. But they are not. Weirdly. Make sure there's no creepers. Go for a nice bunch of hits. And he should drop it because he picked it up, right? As long as I kill him and he drops it. Yeah, okay, so he had a helmet on him. I just didn't see. But that's a full set of... Okay, that's amazing, chat. Okay, so we're going to have a full set of chain armor. Take that off, take that off. Put it in here. And now, look how much better protected we are. We might be able to survive a full creeper explosion. I'm just saying, it might be the case that we can. Oh, and the other guys definitely do die in the daylight. So they run back into the water. If they're able. Okay, so out of the water you must go. Go, go, go. No, you're not getting back in the water. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. I don't give you permission. And so now that's a pair of leggings. And if we just do this one more time, we'll be great. I've got to put my name in Streamlabs. Well, let me put my username in. It's trying to reveal my identity. It's one of those days, I guess. I'm sorry to hear it's one of those days. But I hope that it's soon not one of those days. Oh, God. Do you see that? It looked like a trident or something. Anyway, it's day 19. And I would love for this stream to go longer, chat. But my... Oh, wow. The chainmail armor is so good. That was an upgrade worth making. Look at this, chat. I am chainmailed up. I have chainmail armor. I have lily pads. I have multiple farmed crops. But I still have no wood. And that is such a cool thing about this world. I am so excited to see how it goes from here. But yeah, I think maybe like something's broken inside of me. And so I'm going to avoid pushing it too hard by streaming any further. I hope that you have a delightful rest of your day, chat. If you do, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Wait, if you don't forget to... You know, regardless of what happens in the rest of your day, do that. But hopefully it goes well enough that you feel able to like, favorite, and subscribe. Can you break lily pads with your fist? You can. Because I have had a great time today. I hope you have a great time with your day. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Good. Wait, is the creeper still around here? Goodbye. That's going to freak me out in the future. But future me problem. So, because this is semi-hardcore, we're going to be making another save point now. And if another episode goes terribly, that's where we back it up from. It's very, very strange as a rule set, but you guys asked for it. I'm just executing on it. And it is actually a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. But yeah, see you around. Bye. Oh yeah, my brain is broken. I don't know.